Hello. Oh, not too much, Troy. Good morning, Brioni. Go get your coffee, girl. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Laveda. Good afternoon. Thank you for sprinkling. What are you trying to do? That is a very far and dangerous reach. Are you going to change my paper for me? My paper towel? Hi, Mary Sharkey. Hi, Joanne. How is everybody doing today on this hump day, y'all? Happy hump day, y'all. I'm trying, Troy. I know. I should have done it before I got on. I know. There you go. Thank you. You're the bestest ever. You're going to do the long reach again? Oh. Just knocked down everything. Thank you, son. You're the bestest. Hi, Sandy Kling. He is a cutie patootie, isn't he? Hi, Kathy. The next door neighbor has like a ton of company. I don't know why. They just have a ton of company. I think they're originally maybe from Georgia. Anyways, they have a little dog that's over there. And Troy and Onyx has not known what to do with herself. She's been going to the fence and sticking her nose under the fence, trying to play with it. And I can see him. He looks small like Jack or her. I don't know if it's a him. But yeah, so they might be even more obnoxious because now they're talking to each other even inside the house. It's so fun. But yeah, so more barking is what I'm trying to say. Oh, hi, Trina. How are you? How's the family? How's the grandbaby? Hi, Diane Dunkelman. Yeah, she like is trying to stick her snout all underneath there, and she's like, rrr, rrr, and the other dog's like, rrr, rrr. I'm like, okay. Hey Trish, hi Kathy Napik, how are you? Hola, Olga. Oh, I forgot the subtitles again. Man, come on, y'all. I feel really bad about that. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put a note. Hi, Michelle Chastain. I'm going to put a note to myself to remember the subtitles because I literally think about it only when I get on here. And obviously, that's not going to do it any good. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. But I believe it's going to turn on in just a second, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it doesn't even let me get to it right now because it's live. Is that right? It's not even going to let me change the subtitles until after I'm done. Huh. Okay, well, then maybe I don't feel so bad, but I will change the subtitles as soon as I'm done. I'm so very sorry. I will ask ChatGPT if I can do it, if there's a way to do it prior to, but right now it's telling me there's not, so I don't know. Anyways, oh! Okay, can we not put the permanent lipstick on my nose? Anyways, I'm doing well. Y'all are doing well. Yes, we are. Grandbaby's doing great. Yay! Hi, Mac. How are you? I know. Oh, there isn't a way? Okay. So I just, you're really not supposed to put lip stain on like that. Good evening, Jill. I just changed it for yesterday's. Oh, you got lip stain on you. You cutie. So sorry. Anyways, hi, Melissa Jones. Thank you for sprinkling. Hi, Sandy Hinkleman. Hi, Tina. Hi, Miss Linda. You guys, I love you guys. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for all of you who have been donating to the Creators for Alzheimer's, specifically my link. You guys have helped me hit my goal even before doing the auction on Friday. So don't forget, Friday I will be on at my regular time. However, it will be for the creators with Alzheimer's or for Alzheimer's, and I will auction off my piece at the end of the hour. And all the donations, we have specific links, and I just pinned mine at the bottom. Anything helps. If you can do $1, that is perfect. If you can't do $1 and you can just be there to support, that's even better. But yeah, I'm so appreciative and thankful. This community always rallies behind one another when there's something that needs help, or and just the fact that you guys are donating, and I see some of your stories that you're donating in like the names of family members, and I just thank you for that. But yeah, so I just did pin my link again for those of you who maybe didn't hear. I am trying to raise money for the creators for Alzheimer's, and we're having an event, and I'll be in there. My time slot will be 1 o'clock on Friday, which is my regular time. And then on Saturday will be my small business event. So that will be a fun day because we're going to be doing giveaways all day. And then there's also a coupon code that will be good for, it's about a week afterwards. So hi, Jeanette. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Rita. All right. So yesterday, hi, Miss Edie. Yesterday when we left, we were working on the book box. It was just a paper mache. It's just a paper mache book box. We put the Gothic Angel on the front. We kind of wrapped the spine with it. We did the crackle-lacking on the back with the Pint Art wall decor crackle. So today we're going to use some liquid acrylics, sink it into the cracks. I really think, we did add cheesecloth all the way around here. I really think that I want to paint all of this black and then use wax to bring out all that cheesecloth. And then also we have lace that I think I want to do around the rim. Inside, remember we talked about doing the wings. I still am wanting to put one wing here and then one wing down in here. And I don't know, we still have those powerful words. Maybe we can find like a really cool word to put down at the bottom where the wing will be. So anyways, let's get my desk on the screen. I think I said hello to everybody. Thank you for sprinkling, Trish. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, y'all, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube, go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every day we get a little bit closer to 1,000. And as soon as we hit 1,000, we're doing a humongous giveaway. Y'all thought my 2K giveaway was crazy when it was on the book. I didn't have a retail store back then. Now I have a store, so I'm just going to be like, and don't worry, Sue, I'll pull it out of inventory. Hi, Chihuahua. I don't know why I say the things that I say when Sue is here. All right, let's get the comments off screen. Can you guys hear my TV? I think Troy just turned the surround sound up to like 100. Trina, it's not your phone. So it's a new thing that I do. So I put the comments on at the beginning, and those are the comments from all of the locations that I'm streamed at, so everybody can see everybody saying hello. The YouTube can see Facebook, Facebook can see YouTube. Those are all the comments. So you're not seeing things. I just removed it. I always put it on at the beginning so everybody can say hi to everybody, and then I take them off when I start creating. Trina's like, I have not been gone that long. What is wrong with my phone? Okay, so where do we want to start? I think we'll sink the liquid acrylics into the back first, so that way when I do the black in here, I can do cleanup. So let's get out some of the liquid acrylics. So I know I want to use the burnt sienna, I want to use umber, and I want to use ochre. What I was thinking about yesterday is maybe using a dash of the yellow or maybe even avocado. We'll see. Just because of the color theory, we'll see. Not like a whole ton of it, but maybe just little dashes here and there. All right, let's get out a little well, a shallow well. What is this from? Hi, Carol. Okay, I know I've been having issues with my eyes. I'm sorry. Oh, hi, Cindy Truitt. Oh, no, I didn't, Cappy. I'm sorry. If Troy didn't take my Post-its, I would put a Post-it. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to write me a big old note. Okay. Now I'm going to put it right up on my screen. I will do it. I promise. And if I miss that note, then it's just awful. Okay. Hey, Nicole. Oh, I'm telling you, the crackle is on another level. This is in my store. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's because it's super important, y'all. You cannot buy one without the other. You need the primer in order for the plaster, in order for the cracks to work, okay? I know the other systems are not that way. That was one thing we always were like, oh, if you have step one, you have step one for everything. But in this particular case, it is not. All right, so we are going to get, and don't let the size of these jars fool you. I have used these jars since the very beginning. You really don't need a lot. You see why I'm thinking about the yellow? Because if we mix that yellow with maybe the burnt sienna, I think we're going to get that aged look. And then if we do a little dash of that green, the avocado, which you try to get me, I've seen you. I think it'll be lovely. Okay, I do want to use a brush. This stuff is going to stain my bristles, y'all. As if I don't have 7 million brushes, but you know. Also, I'm going to warn you, do not get this on your clothes because even Awesome will not get it out. I mean, if you want to tie-dye your clothes, by all means, use some liquid acrylics because... All right, so we are going to mist the box. I realize that it's paper mache, but we are going to do. All right. So you can use whatever you like in these cracks. I have just found that using the liquid acrylics, because they are so thin, it sinks down into the cracks. And Troy, it sinks down into the cracks and it doesn't, you know, make it so you can't see them. Troy, don't you dare put my phone on Amazon. I see your little ET finger just because I'm not looking at you. I see you. Son, $599? No, ma'am. Have you lost your ever-loving mind? All right, so if you see the colors that are in that paper, no. Oh my God, you're fired. You're fired. So I'm literally just dabbing it on so we can get it to, we want it to look like old, right? No rhyme or reason, but we're going to just let it run and let it fall. And you see how it's mixing. Hi, Shonda. Hi, Lori. How are you? Hello, Karen. I have the mop brush, but with the texture of the crackle, I don't want it pulling my mop brush hairs. So what Sue's talking about is a mop brush. Troy, you always have me with so much lip gloss on my lips by the time I'm done. It's crazy. That's how you feel? That's how he feels. I got it. I'll turn it back on. But I just want you to know you are permanently fired. Hold, please. You know, if you weren't so daggone cute. Now my box is over here drying, bro. Oh, yeah. Did we have any question about who the boss was, though? Literally. One of these days. Right in the kisser, man. La 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 la. We weren't doing anything here. As if I don't take long enough to craft, and then we have a break. I hope you don't do this on Friday. Oh, God. Please don't do it on Friday. Oh, please don't do it on Friday or Saturday. That would be really embarrassing. Oh, there I am. You know, that smile is just something else, Troy. All right, let's try this again. Trina, if you're still here, nothing has changed. It's still chaos around here. You haven't missed much. You both need to. I know. You got a phone case day before yesterday, and you literally only let me have a 1 day piece. And then after that, you start going crazy. I know, Troy, but I can't do it right now. All right, let's turn it the other way. Let's get it to go the other way. And if you wanted to and you didn't want to mix them, you could obviously dry in between colors. But what's the fun in that? Now, obviously, if you don't know your color wheel, you need your color wheel. Don't make mud. Don't make mud. Mud is not nice. We don't like mud. All right, let's give that a little spritzy spritz. He's such a stinker. I know. Really? Now you're going to turn off the light? Turn the light back on. Get out of here. I know what I'm going to auction on Friday. I have just the piece. All right, now before we start to dry, let's take a little bit of that yellow and just dot it around, and a little bit of that green that is not mixed at all. And that yellow's overpowering it. And then I'm going to spray and get that to kind of move all over. Because I don't want, you know, defined yellow. I want it to mix into the colors. Oh, I love it. And just so you can see the front, I do want to add, though, let's dry this a little bit because, what is he doing? Let's dry this a little bit, and then we're going to put some more of the umber in there to put a little bit more dark in there. No, I wouldn't auction Troy. Although I would get some good money for some Troy. I know. I already know. I'm glad all things are good. Yeah, he smiles with his eyes. He tells the whole entire story with his eyes. Oh, I know. Yeah. Hi, Deborah. I love seeing the smile behind you. Oh, I already know. Like, I already have in my head, like, I'm going to have a phone case arrive on Friday. I have to have a phone case arrive on Saturday because, y'all, he will be on a whole nother level. All right. So, I like what we have right here, but you see how she's got some dark in there? And so we're going to put some of the dark back in it. So we're going to use some of that umber. And typically I wouldn't dry it in between like this, but because I am working with the paper mache, I don't want it to bow real crazy. All right, let's turn that off. You have such a great arsenal to create with. I'm jealous. Oh, Kathy, don't be jealous. It has taken years to build up my stash, you know. I am fortunate that, you know, I've gotten to be on creative teams and gotten product as well, but you know, you don't need all the fancy schmancy stuff. You can create you can go to the doggone Dollar Tree and create some amazing stuff with all the products they have there. Paint, substrates. I always say, I know FOMO is hard, but, you know, just start with one at a time, and eventually it'll build. Brioni, thank you so much for that super chat. Holy guacamole. Although I know that was for Troy. Is that your bid? Is that your bid for the Troy boy? Troy, you're sold. You got to take them all 77,000 bags. You know, airlines now, even Southwest, is charging bag fee for everything, right? You don't get the free stuff anymore. Can you imagine Troy packing and having to check in all the bags for all his phone cases? Southwest could retire just on Troy's checked bags alone. Seriously. All right. Now, I do want some definite lines. I want the drips. I want it to look like that. I don't want it to blend. So I'm not going to tip it so far so that it just, I'm not going to try to work out the drips. I like that. I want that just to kind of give that real. And again, I'm just putting back in the umber. And let's dry it like that, and we're gonna leave it probably like that. I do want to put some dark in there around the edgings here, but y'all, I'm telling you, this crackle, I have fallen in love with it. You're gonna find all those phone cases in the bag. I know. Oh, Sandy, I'm telling you, it's on another level. For his entertainment, I know. Could you use some of the gels? What gels, Kathy? Which gels are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Doesn't that look, oh, and with the paper, woo, yes, please. Yes, please. Now I'm thinking though, I don't know if I'm going to go black. I think I might paint it the earthy brown in here. Same difference. It's going to give me that same dark look that I want. But I'm thinking we're going to do earthy brown on the cheesecloth and then wax that. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at that. Hallelujah. All right. Why's that brush over here? The antiquing gels. Is that what you're talking about? Sue said antiquing gels. You want me to use the antiquing gels? I use the antiquing gels quite a bit, but yes, I could absolutely use the antiquing gels. I don't know if we'll be using it today, but if I can work it in, I will. All right, so let's grab, this is earthy brown. I'll be flying to Chicago next month for a conference. I've never been. Anyone have any idea of something or a place I need to see if I can get away long enough? Mac! If Mac's still here, I've only been to Chicago once, and that was for work. And I didn't go anywhere but to well, no, I fib. I have now been to Chicago 3 times. I had a layover in Chicago when I went from Atlanta to Ohio, but I didn't leave the airport. All right, let's use some earthy brown. And you guys aren't going to see a whole lot of the cheesecloth until we get in there with some waxes. I will dry brush first, and then we'll go in with the wax. You know, I think I'm going to use a different brush because I don't want to wreck this one. I'm trying to wiggle it. Wiggle it. I know you guys can't see, I'm just getting that lip. But see, it's dark. but it's not quite black, and I'm good with that. I'm good. Hi, Robin. Hi, Patty. You might be able to buy the beautiful paper after the. There's Mac. Downtown Chicago in the summer is fabulous. Do you know where you're staying, Trina? Mac is your gal. Mac is your gal for Chicago. Chicago. I need a brush that I can wiggle it. Wiggle it just a little bit. Let's just use one that's already dyed so I don't have to. Now, typically you wouldn't use this for this. However, I see, Daniel-san. But you see, I don't want to be here trying to work it into that cheesecloth for years. So, oh, you better not splash my Kuggly Muggly shirt. I'm going to be angry if you do. Man, I feel a little aggressive with this, like Nicole or something. Ugh. All right. Don't splash my shirt now. I'm going to be mad. You know what we haven't done in a long time? We haven't made an apron. I need to do an apron. I love doing aprons. I haven't done one in a long time. All right, that knocked that out fairly quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now let's... Are you calling me, Papas? That was a different scream. Where are ya? I'm going to leave the inside because I don't think I want it dark on the inside if we're going to put those wings in there, but we'll figure that out. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you? I missed it. What did Troy do? Oh, he shut me down. I'm doing good, Patty. How are you? He shut me down. He came over here, asked for a phone case. I told him, no, not right now, and he shut the whole computer down, so. And then smiled, his sly smile the entire time. So I tried to auction him off. Not really. All right. Let's just kind of do some counterclockwise, clockwise, and get that wiggled in there. And then let's get the brush and take care of that lip and in here. I'm really surprised you guys can't hear the TV. It's Law and Order SVU because I can hear Benson's voice and they're screaming. All right. And let's get on the lip of that a little bit to take that white off. Y'all, I'm actually watching something on TV. Can you believe it? Well, Netflix. Have you guys ever seen, apparently it has 5 seasons. I didn't know that I was watching something that was in its 5th season because typically I won't watch something that where I'm so far behind. But it's called Blackout. I'm quite enjoying it. It's an action. It's not horror or anything crazy. Y'all know I love my horror movies, but it's not a horror movie. but it's called Blackout. And it's basically based upon a gal that has no memory of who she is or anything else, but has tattoos all over her body. And these tattoos are clues. And so she's, you know, with the FBI and working with the FBI, but it's pretty good. Hi, Roxanne. I used to have to fly in and out of Chicago airport one time. My baby brother was on crutches. I can't even imagine how. Hi, Carrie. I had to, so I had a layover both times when I was going to see Nicole and when I was coming home, and the layover was in Chicago, and the airport's pretty nice. It is pretty nice. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was when I flew in for work, but I know it wasn't that nice. Like, I know it didn't have all of the murals and all the stuff up that it did this time, but it was nice. I'm not sure how big it was because obviously I didn't leave, you know, the terminal. I walked down to get, I think, some drinks or something, snacks maybe, but it was nice. All right, I think I can clean it up. I just won't be beaten on it. One cold November day, electricity fails all over Europe, blackout while the government and authorities struggle with the effects, and with clarification, a former hacker comes into the focus of the investigators. What? No, that's not the one. I know which one. This is a different, that one is, I know which one that is. That one's a different one. I don't know. It's on Netflix. Her name is Shaw. I'm pretty sure it's called Blackout. I thought it was. Maybe it's not. Nick asked me the other day, and I thought it was called Shaw. So maybe I'm telling you guys the wrong name. But she's got tattoos all over her body. And they have to decode each tattoo. I'm just going to get the edge of the top here as well because it's raw. And then I'll get the brush and clean up that little area, and then we can... I thought it was called Blackout. Now it's making me wonder because I used to watch the one that Sue just put the... I used to watch that one, but then that just got old and boring after a while. All right, now let's clean up this little bit here, and then we'll dry it, and then we can dry brush it and then get some waxes. Stop doing that, Terry. Okay, now I realize that lid, man, I don't know that I want to paint that lid this dark though. But that's gonna look funny if the rim of it is not painted, isn't it? So we might have to paint the rim, or paint the lid this color, and then decide. Hi, Angela. I know they have us going to a baseball game while I'm there too, so that should be fun. Blind spot! say blackout? Hi, Brenda. It's called blind spot. Oh my gosh, you guys all know. Why did I say blackout? I don't know why I said blackout. Because there is actually a blackout. Blind spot, yeah. That's what I was saying. I didn't realize, because usually what I do is when I'm going in to wash my brushes, you guys know I clean the kitchen first. And so I usually just put the TV on for noise, right? And so I think it said new or something. So maybe the 5th season just came out. I don't have any idea. And anyways, I was like, oh, okay, we'll just put it on this. So I put it on, and had I paid attention to it being like a series, I wouldn't have even put it on. Because but 5 in, I really wouldn't have put it on, because the chances of me like watching all 5 seasons is slim to none. But I've actually been putting it on, and I've been watching it whenever I'm in the kitchen or getting ready or whatever. I've been quite enjoying it. It's pretty good. I like her haircut. Yes, blind spot. That was funny. Blackout. The heck? Yeesh, all day. Okay, good enough. Again, we'll see what we want to do to the inside of the lid in just a minute, but I lock it. See, every time you look in the camera, you see white. I could see white. But I'm not going to worry about it too much, because I'm going to dry brush it with white. So we'll let it blend. Oh, is that what it was? It's just new to Netflix? Okay, yeah, because I know for a fact it said new. And, because I was trying to put something on so I can go into the kitchen and do what I needed to do. And that was, I think it was actually the first little square. And so I was like, oh, yep, that'll work. That looks good. Interesting. Don't put those in water, Terry. And, yeah. How are you, Brenda? I hope you're well. I hope your family's well. No, not Josh. No. I don't mind the white, but that's a lot right there. So let's take care of some of that. I don't mind some of it because we're going to dry brush, but that might be a little bit too much. Let's open this so I can hold it. Okay, whatever's there now, I don't care about. All right, let's dry that little spot again. And then I am just going to use the Waverly plaster to dry brush the white. And then we're probably going to use a good old-fashioned gold. But we'll see. And then we'll work on the rest, the lace and stuff. Oh, I love the crackle. Oh my gosh. All right, let's dry brush a little bit of this. I don't know that I really... You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. Okay. What are these doing out here? Are you going to need decoupage? No. So why don't you put it away? Okay, so we all know how to dry brush, so I won't go over it. All right. Oh, that's good. I'm so glad. I see that I would see you sometimes, hit like the replays, so I knew you were still around, and so I said, okay, she's still popping up, so that's a good thing. All right, so now we're just going to dry brush so we can start to see all that yummy texture from the cheesecloth. And you notice I have not gone back to reload my brush. It was more than enough, even with all of this texture. I will tell you though, I usually tell you not to choke up on the ferrule because you don't want a lot of pressure. But because we have so much texture here, you see I'm way close to the bristles. And then we're just going to run it all along. And again, I'm not sure what we're doing here, so I'm not going to even dry brush that yet because I'll probably need to paint over it depending on what I'm doing. But let's get this here. Still have not gone back to load the brush. I think a lot of the problem when folks dry brush is they think they have to keep redipping the brush because it doesn't look like there's anything on there. But there's truly a ton on there. I will hit the outside of the lip. So yummy. So yummy. All right. Put the brush down, Terry. Just put it down. It'll be okay. Just a little bit more. No, really, put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Okay, it's down. It's down. Oh, put your brushes in water too. You're probably going to need them again. But that's all right. All right, so I think I am thinking that we're just going to go in with the good old vintage gold. Ah, maybe not. Hold on. mine. I'm allowed. We're not going to go in with just the vintage gold. We're going to go in with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. See, this was the last paper towel on the roll. I don't like that glue stuff on my paper, on my shop towels, so I'm going to be wasteful. Okay, so some of my favorite colors, bronzed aged brass, white gold, and vintage gold. We're just going to have a play because we have all of this texture. We have all of this yummy stuff. We're allowed. We are so allowed to bring all of that yumminess out. A mold and crackle it. A mold and crackle it. Okay? Do a frame on the lid. Up here? No, I don't think so. Remember, we have these that I want to use. So, oh, they keep wanting to fly away, y'all. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of the bronzed age and some of the aged brass. Probably not so much of the aged brass just because of the tone. And then the vintage gold. And of course, I've got to go catch my nose because it always runs away for some annoying reason. So annoying. Whoops, sorry, Onyx. My bad. I've seen another YouTuber the other day doing a video, recording a video. Well, she was doing shorts, and she had a Kleenex plug in her nose. Is that the thing? When your nose is running, you just stick Kleenex in there? I mean, I guess that's one way to stop it and not have to get up and, blow your nose, but all right, we're going to start a little bit with the bronzed age, and I'm going to work that into my bristles. I am not going to choke up on this because gross. What's gross? Me having to blow my nose? Or the girl with the plug in her nose? I'm thinking you meant the girl with the plug in the nose because, yeah, I think that's really strange. I don't know. This is now not like a one-off thing, Patty. I've seen a few people do either their videos or their like YouTube shorts with the plug in their nose. And this one gal that I watch, she does hair, and she's really good at doing hair, but she had the white tissue coming out of her nose, and that really surprised me from her. I was in shock. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't quite get it. But hey, I guess it's not for me to get. Okay, so you see, this one is the darker of the three. This is the aged, not the age, the bronze age. And I don't know if you're going to get the gist of the metallic, but it is gorgeous. If you have this, like, that was way too much though. So then we're just going to mix the colors. We aren't going to cover one or the other though. We're going to let all of them peek through. Hi, Phyllis. Yeah, it's very, I will say though, the people, the gals that I have seen, they are on the younger side. They are probably in their 20s, early 20s. And you know, they're just a whole different kind of. They're just a whole different kind of. That age group is just they just do things differently, don't they? I didn't do things like that when I was 20, but hey, you know, I wouldn't mind being 20 again. Yeah, no, I would. I don't mind being 50. It's all right. I wouldn't mind being like my body being 20 again so that I wouldn't have all these aches and pains, but I don't mind being 50. Nah, whatever. Actually, I'll be 51. Oh my gosh, I'll be 51. Yeah, I'll be 51. Last year was my 50th, right? Or am I already 51? What year? 74? No, I'll be 51. Golly. I don't even know how old I am. All right, now we're going to go in with the lighter, and now we'll be able to see. So, haha. Now, is it overkill mixing all of them? Probably. But, you know, y'all know. That's just how it rolls around here. Plus, if I didn't mix them all, then I'd have to go through the whole process of which color do you like? And then you guys would say 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's put a little bit. And again, we're not trying to cover one or the other. Now I am going to go ahead and tap off some of that because the white is the lighter. Yeah, just wait until you are 50 for about 10 years. Would they go out with the plugs in their nose? Then why subject them? No, here's the thing, Mac. I've seen a couple in public like that too. Starbucks, waiting in line. I think the other one, or it might have been the same gal who does that in Target. It's weird. It only got my attention because my nose always runs, and I go running down the hallway to go blow my nose. Because, you know. Oh, yeah. See, that white gold, it just sets it off. It brings them all together. But again, when I think about it, they're all the same age. They're all probably in their early 20s. Could you imagine me coming on here with the Kleenex in my nose and just talking to you guys like it was normal? I just turned 66. My brain still doesn't believe it. Right? So I'm your older sister. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You guys are only 2 years apart. I'm telling you, y'all are really sisters. Okay, I think that white gold, look at that. It just, it brought it all together. All of those colors. Now what is that noise? Troy James, can you turn your phone down, please? Okay. Again, I got to figure out what we're doing to the lid. All right. Now, I'm going to move this before I stick the book in there because that would be horrible. But I love it. Look at the back. And then, okay, put the brush down, Terry. Stop. Troy, my love. It's too loud, Papas. Okay. Not louder, Troy James. Turn it down. Okay, so my thought was yesterday when we were talking about this, I was talking about doing the wings in, let me show you, in either the champagne pigment that you guys know I love, or the Posh Chalk. Oh boy, why isn't my Posh Chalk up here? Maybe that's a sign. Oh, here it is. Oh, maybe not. Why did I think that this one was... I was thinking bronze alloy, but bronze alloy is not... It's completely on the different side of things, but I don't know that's a bad thing either. Hold on. So that is the Champagne. Oh, I don't know. All right, we're not even to that part, but that's what I want to paint the wings. Now I don't know which, we might use them both. I mean, that's kind of the story that we're doing today. But what I a little torn on what color to paint the inside. I don't know if I want to go dark. Troy! I'm just looking at what words are left. Because I was thinking about we could put queen, but it's an angel, so that might be weird. Because I was thinking of putting one up at the top there, and then one down here. Hi, Joy. Love you. You're so cute. Should we go ahead and just do it dark? If we did it dark, the metallics and everything else, we can get it to pop off of it because obviously these would be light. But if we did it the dark brown, I'm not going to dry brush it, I don't think. These are in my store, Robin. I have the small ones, and I have the large ones. Oh, the guacamole. So I carry these in my store. Huh. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead and do it to dark. Could you split blessed between top and bottom? Oh, could we? Would it look okay? Y'all know I've been wanting to use this word forever. You know we can cut it, right? And I can have them closer. Would that look crazy? Okay, we need to paint it because we're not going to get the visual with it like this. So, okay, we're going to paint it dark. We're going to paint it dark. We're going to paint it dark. Stop me if I shouldn't paint it dark. You've got like 2.2 seconds. Oh, with the lag, I'll give you 4.4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm painting it dark. We will have to put wax in that crease. We'll put some transparent wax in that crease because it's going to want to act crazy with paint in it. You're welcome. Let me know where I need to send those, though, Robin. If you're gonna order, let me know where to send them. You can put them in the note. You can put it in the notes if you want me to send it where I sent the kit, or if you want me to send it somewhere else. Oh, I hate when the paint drags. It drives me nuts. Can't stand brush marks. Brush marks are evil. Ugly. Really? That's how you feel? Hi, good looking. What you got cooking? Where are you? What's up, Doc? Oh, Troy. Seriously. 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 I just bought you that phone case. And you know, it's really getting real hard to find you a phone case that is just even a different color, son. You own every one of them on Amazon. You own every case that fits your phone in every size. Like, give me a break. You need me to clean them for you, babe? Wait, why are you leaving? You need your spectacles. Okay, well, your spectacles are clean, boss man. Hi, Terry. I land in Cali tomorrow for 6 months. I need to sign up for the class. I keep forgetting the kit is waiting for me. Oh, yeah, you as soon as you sign up for the class, she'll send you the link. But yeah, you do need to do that. You still have time. But I would say, you know, pretty soon. Pretty soon. You need to do that. Okay, for 6 months. So then I'll send it to the last address. I'll do the same thing. In care of. Don't ask me why this came into my head, but did you guys used to watch Mighty Mouse when you were little? Every morning when I would get up, I was going to spray it with that. That's not going to work. Every morning when I would get up and get ready for school, I would watch Mighty Mouse. Oh my gosh. What is the name? The Coogly Moogly. What's his name? With the dog. Gargamel looking guy. I would watch the Smurfs. But the other one where he was in the cars racing. Oh my gosh. Anyways, don't ask me why. I just thought of Mighty Mouse. I have issues. I know. I tell ya, you'd never want to be inside of my brain. It is scary in there. Heck, I don't want to be inside of there. I have no choice. I can't run away from it. All right, let's try that and see what we missed. Speed Racer! Go, Speed Racer. Go. Oh, gosh. Never mind, book. Yes, Speed Racer. Mighty Mouse saved the day. I don't know why I just thought of Mighty Mouse. Cartoons were the best. And then on the weekends, I would watch Kids Incorporated and Saved by the Bell. I was older, though, when that came out. I remember I used to watch it at my grandma's house when I would spend the weekend with my grandma and my cousin. Because my cousin and I would spend the weekend at my grandma's house and we would play cards with my grandma for pennies. We kept her company, you know? I don't know, y'all. I think I do have to dry brush this still. Or no. Johnny Quest? Scooby-Doo. Well, Scooby-Doo is a classic. I can still watch me some Scooby-Doo. What was the dog's name? I can hear the laugh. You know, it really aggravates me when I can't remember things. Like, seriously, when I know I joke about it a lot, but I used to have such a fantastic memory. And when I can't remember what paint goes in the kit that I've just put like 20 together of, it drives me up the wall. It really makes me crazy. Again, not to beat a dead horse, but if you haven't donated to the link that I have pinned, and you can donate to the Creatives for Alzheimer's, and you can donate to my link, I would really appreciate it. Because y'all, I just couldn't imagine. So yes, it's gonna bow because it's paper mache. But when I am done creating with this, what I will do is I will wet it. See, I knew that was gonna happen. Didn't I just say to put wax on there? When I'm done creating, I will put on a little bit of water, and bend it back, and then I will put weight on it. Okay, so before, I need to remember to quit closing that until I have sealed this and put wax on there so the paint doesn't do that. But remembering things, I just talked about my brain and how that works. So I'm super impatient. Y'all know that. So let's start on these. I need cardboard. I wish I had cardboard because it would be so much easier than to put this on my shop towels because it's going to stick. Oh well, I don't have cardboard. I need to get into Ashley's stash. She's not here today, by the way, because she'd worked half day. She told her boss, I'm working half day. And he was like, okay. So her Sam was off, so she was going to spend the day with her honey. Okay, y'all. Hi, Vicky. We also had Romper Room. I see Patty and Terry and Sue kind of like on the lives. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Oh yes, Roadrunner, the Roadrunner you could never kill the Roadrunner. Yeah, it is squirrel brain. Okay, what do you guys think? Should we do it the bronze alloy or should we do the champagne? I'll tell you why I'm leaning towards champagne because it's lighter and it'll pop. But the bronze, and if we do use the letters, I actually kind of like Miracle too, y'all. Miracle would be kind of cool too. If we do use the letters are closer to the bronze alloy. I pinned the link, didn't I? The link is pinned at the bottom. Yeah, I pinned my link to the Alzheimer Association fundraiser. I pinned it. I could use both, but I just don't know how well they'll both show. They probably won't. Because of the metallic, it's probably going to not show well. All right. I actually don't know and care about mixing metals, so whatever. Okay, so let's use, I'm just going to use my Champagna because y'all know I love my Champagna. Champagne. You know, my English is not very, very good. And you guys know I have these fantabulous glue toppers in my store now. Look, y'all, I can put the glue topper down and I'm not going to lose it. What do you know? I'm not going to lose it. So I am going to just use some of my Pigment Fix. Whoa. And let's get a little spoon. And yes, I am putting the Pigment Fix in first. I know this. All right, I'm going to move this because Lord only knows. See? Lord only knows what's going to happen right now. The powder and everything's probably going to go on the box. She's here. Sheila Teagan. Sheila Duff is here. See? It just doesn't ever get old. That color is just beautiful. Where are the letters from? My store. They're called powerful. I can't, y'all. Powerful words. And it's a transfer, and you can find them in my store. All right. You just want to make sure, that you're mixing it up really well. You don't want any you don't want any pockets of powder. Let's not get in my watch, please. Please don't get in my watch. It just, I don't know. It almost gets too muddy when you hit a pocket of powder, and then because the liquid, the ratio is off. So, all right, let's paint these, but let's use a. I'm gonna use one of my most favoriteest brush lines, the Princeton brushes, so that it's kind of soft and it doesn't get all into mess up my wings. Not that they're fragile by any means, because they're not, but Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. See? Look at that gorgeousness. It's a color made to be on wings. Let's pick it up because it's gonna stick. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. This is the metal pigment in the color champagne. It's a Pentart. It is a gorgeous color. Oh yeah, these, you guys know, anytime I use these brushes with that color handle, they're a little more pricey, but they're so worth it. All of my watercolor brushes are Princeton. And I'm just dipping. I'm not going crazy in there, so. But it is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Ow! Did you guys see my finger got stuck? Okay, and then we'll pick them up because we're going to have to go around and do the edges. Do the edges. Okay. Hey. All right. Now, let's pick this up because, yeah, see? All right. Let's get these edges done. Wait. Y'all, I can sleep in a little bit tomorrow. Not that I ever do. You know when you have to wake up at a certain time, so you just naturally get up early. Well, at least I do. I wish I didn't, but I every day I get up like at 6 o'clock in the morning, which is about an hour and a half earlier than necessary for me to get up. But it just my eyes open, unfortunately, because I know I have to go somewhere and I know I have to take Trevor to work. Hopefully tomorrow my eyes don't open at 6 o'clock. Most likely not, but you know, I could wish and hope and dream. I can have hopes and dreams. All right. Now, if you want to be really picky, you can try to paint all inside of, all in that. But that's probably doing way too much. Um, but you do you. You do whatever makes you happy. All right. I will paint where, I've got a lot left, so I'm just going to drag it up and then make it smooth, and then that's it. We'll move it out the wet. And Onyx, I can't believe that you are under there. I don't even know how you fit right there, but okay. All right, let's move these out of the way, and let's put my stopper back in my box too. My dogs wake me up at 6 a.m. What do you make? Pigment fix. Oh, there's something in my nozzle, so I can't get it in there. I took it out of the bottle, but it's Pigment Fix. Pintar's Pigment Fix. Oh, what's in there? Okay, I'm not going to force it in there because it probably will get stuck, but that looks like I've got to clean that out. All right, and then let's move this over here. Throw my little spoon out. Push it down in the trash because Onyx will get the spoon and chew on it like she chews on everything. And then let's dry those. Make sure those are really dry, and then we'll get the book and see if we need to dry brush the book. Dang, Ashley. Christine. Your dogs wake you up at 6 o'clock on the dot? Mary Casey, what was the first thing you did when you got there? Like, what was the first thing you did? What did you go see? And like, did you guys have like a little like to-do list of everything you wanted to get done or to see? Okay, so look, y'all. See how pretty that's going to look against, and I don't think they need to be, I don't know. I don't think they need to be like level, right? Or do they need to? Or do we want it to open up and no, because it will look funny if I do it like that. Okay, so now Mary was saying I think we need to dry brush it, or no, I don't know. Mary was saying if we could possibly, let me move it up. But how? Sorry for the glare. Could we would it almost look better if we put like a bling piece or something in between each letter? Something has got to pull this together. I mean, if we put oh yes, we can definitely do blessed. We could definitely do soft touch. I was looking for another B because I was just gonna spell blessed, but we don't have another B. I was gonna see if I could take it smaller. Hi, Tammy. Oh my goodness, Tammy, I got a shipping notice today. And I had to take your other thing out of stock because there was only one left and I was afraid it was going to go. But I got a shipping notice today. I should have it. Usually I get it within 2 days. Sorry, I have pigment on my hand. It's getting crusty. All right, I don't know what to do. Or maybe we just put love or something. I don't know. Because I don't know how we're going to, if we break it and it just says blee, or it says bless, and then down here it's going to sud. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. We could do some soft touch on here. We're going to need to seal this quickly though, because every time it shuts, it's going to break apart. I have to seal it and then treat that middle there so it'll stop doing that. But let's put some soft touch on it because it needs to be varnished and we need to get it sealed. Why did they have to make just that one word so big? Or why couldn't they have made it like in 2 sizes? No, the wings are not, they're chipboard. They're a thick chipboard. And they come in 2 different sizes in my store. That is the smaller one. And then this one is the large. And the sizes are actually in the description on the listing. We had a to-do list, didn't get to all of them. We went to Edinburgh? Oh my gosh. I bet you it was beautiful. All right. Let's get some soft touch on here so we can start to seal the paint up, and then I can put some wax in the middle of there so it'll stop breaking apart like that. It probably will still continue to break. Just because of where it is, that crack like that, but we'll see what we can do. All right, if you don't know what soft touch is, it's so very hard to explain. It feels like a rose petal. But I will tell you, soft touch is very matte. So if you don't like matte, you're not going to like soft touch. All right. I have a question. How long have you been crafting? And have you just always been crafty, artistic? Or did something inspire you to start doing upcycling or painting, mixed media? Like, how did you guys, what is your story on your crafting journey? I always, I hand lettered. I liked to color. I love, watercoloring. But when I got sick, or I don't even like saying I got sick. I wasn't sick. I'm not sick. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I did have so much anxiety because I tried to hide it and, hide me being afraid because I didn't want my kids to be afraid. So crafting just took my mind off of it all. And then finding the community was so cool just because nobody knew what was going on. Everybody was talking about all this wonderful, beautiful things that were being created, and I could escape for a while. And then it turned into this, and then I've now found all of you. So thank you, Laveda. Oh, you're welcome, Vicky. Thank you. You've always been crafty. It's been a stress free. Yep. I started with furniture. We moved and have no storage or workspace, so I started with the small stuff. Ah, gotcha. You didn't have room for the big stuff anymore, so you had to go to littles. I hear that a lot. Because, I mean, unless you're turning over furniture and it's moving, right, you can sell it, or it's hard to store. I started ceramics, poured my own molds, and had a... Really, Sandy? Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. That's what I was talking about, Tammy. Oh, did you switch over to the YouTubers when I was saying that? I just got a shipping notification. I think it was yesterday that it had shipped. So it should be here. It usually only takes 2 days because it's in Southern California, so it should be here tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Oh, but actually for some reason, I don't know why I pay for FedEx 2 day and they shipped it UPS. So I'm hoping it'll still be here tomorrow. Because I don't know why. I never have them ship me my stuff UPS. That's the whole problem with me getting the stuff from Atlanta, is it comes UPS and it takes forever. So I'm so excited. As soon as it gets here, I will show you all the new stuff. We've got some new things that will be coming this week and next week. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I always crafted. My mom was a crafter. Really? I have always made small crafts. When I retire, I really got into crafting large and better projects. I have learned so much and gained confidence learning from the best crafters. Oh, that's awesome. I've always been crafty, like painting, lettering, coloring, but I had surgery for breast in 8 months. Later, got laid off from my career job because COVID. Oh, I joined Chalk Couture and did craft shows for about 2 years. I enjoy drawing, but I don't sell anymore. Gotcha. My granny taught me to knit at 4 years. Oh, Donna Dewberry and did one stroke that I found stamping and painting. And that was the thing is I made journals. I've showed you guys my scrapbooks. The last few that I have are what's left in my Etsy. Troy, but it's very detailed. You have to be very detailed and precise with measurements and everything. So I could literally just and Troy would be, he was still in school. So when I was alone, that is what I did. That's what I did. That's what I focused on. And I was pumping out books like every other day. And, it should take somebody like a week to make the journals that I was making. And that's what I helped me. But yeah, I find that it's just such a big stress reliever. And then finding all, the community it's just invaluable, isn't it? Your scrapbooks are beyond beautiful and so many details. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I've shared them a few times. They're pretty intense. They're pretty intense. Okay, so, y'all, Cindy Truitt, great idea. This is going to need to be treated a few more times. I'm going to let that wax set, and it's going to crack. That's just the nature that's going to happen. But I want to put this here, but I'm torn on the wording, because I don't know how that's going to look. I don't think that's going to be the best, but I am going to put this here. I don't have much time. I don't want to be on here for too much longer. So let's get this one down because I know for sure we can get that one down. And then come give that to me so I can open it before I put this glue on my hand. Come on. And then we'll figure out what to do with that. I was actually even thinking, thank you, baby. I was actually even thinking it might be really pretty. I have a really tiny angel. It might be super pretty to put an angel here. All right. So when you have intricate pieces like this, don't try to glue all of that. That's just silly. It's just silly. Don't try to put glue on the back of it like that. You're gonna get glue all on the front and it's gonna look all crazy. So, and yeah, you're probably like, oh, okay, that's silly, but what are you doing? Honestly, trust me. Just trust me. See, that's exactly why I said to come and bring that to me, because I seen you had your pudding pie. Pudding pie. Dame besitos. Dame besitos. But look at your hair. It's looking all crazy. I know. I know. I know. I know. All right. And then let's put a little bit more because there's still a lot on the bottom there. It needs glue. Glue, glue, glue. It needs a little bit of glue. All right. Okay. And then let's put this Mama Jamma. Kind of want it. Like so. I upcycle things. I like paper crafting. You know, I so wish my mom could have been here, because I really didn't craft while my mom was alive. You know, she would crochet and make things and make the baby blankets for all the kids and stuff. But I mean, I would, you know, paint and stuff for her, but like crafting like this, I know my mom would probably have everything that I ever made in her house. Like, she would want everything. And she would have just got a kick out of all of y'all. And she's sarcastic like Sue. Or she was sarcastic like Sue. She would give me a hard time just like Sue does. Talk poop to me just like Sue does, but was just the funniest, I mean, most amazing person. And you guys would have loved her. She's like me times a good billion. I probably would have been like, Mom, stop. All right, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Hallelujah. Okay, now I don't think I want them to be like level. So I'm thinking this is gonna go like this. But I need to find something else to put down here. I have a ton of stamps. I have a ton of transfers. I don't know. Something needs to go down there. I don't know what. I'm going to go through my stash and figure out something. Oh, one thing I didn't do with you guys is I didn't put the lace on, did I? So I will do that. I won't keep you guys for that. It's not like you need to see me put lace on. But I am going to put, is that the front or the back? Oh, that's the back. I am going to put this lace on the front bottom here. And then on the top, I'm going to put a thinner lace wherever that went hiding to. I'm going to put a thinner one up there. Well, it's going to be the width of where the paper didn't match. I make and paint concrete sculptures, recycle old things to new shine, and do acrylic painted on canvas. Oh my gosh, Angela, that's beautiful. So that's what I have left is the lace to go on there. Y'all, I wonder if I can get like a piece of material and have this kind of laying on, or maybe like the polyfill in like it's on like a cloud or something down there. I don't know, something's missing down there. Anyways, and then like I said, I had a thin lace that was gonna go up there, but there's lace that's gonna go up there at the top, wherever that went. So there we go. I used to craft some when my kids were young, but life got in the way. Well, yeah. But about 5 years ago, I started again collecting things for my stash. 19 months ago, I lost my hubby, had hip replacement surgery. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kathy. Lost my brother 3 months after. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that is that. Like I said, something is missing here. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I just feel like I could do something there. So all I'm going to do with that, you guys, is put the lace on. Look at that, though. Look at how good that turned out. Whoa. I'm going to put the lace down here around the bottom of the book. And then I am going to, I wonder, you know what? I guess it needs to be wrapped. Does it though? I have to think about that now. Yeah, it needs to be wrapped. I'll wrap the ruffle, but I'm not gonna wrap the one for here. The one here, I'm just going to put it from here to here, and maybe I will put the little wings that I have right there in the middle. Something. Because I think it's going to look funny with the lace that I have right here that's going to wrap back there. Oh, Lord. Decisions. Anyways. Huh. All right. Y'all, I still haven't figured out what I'm doing for Saturday. I'm so bad. I kind of know what I'm doing for Friday. I know what I want to do for Friday, but I'm trying to get what I need all in. The book makes me think of my mom and daughter. Aw, I love that. That it would be pretty with the little wings. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I have little wings. So I'm going to put the little wings like in the middle here. So that way it's just the lace from here to here. And then it won't look weird why it's not wrapped. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Today is Friday, sort of, kind of, because I don't have to take Trev to work tomorrow or Friday. So we have a 4-day weekend. I'm super excited. But I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thanks for being here with me. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.